Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something we all know, that daily pressure, right? It can easily feel like too much. We're digging into mastering daily stress, insights and strategies, our mission here, to pull out the really key insights from this material, the things that'll help you understand and, crucially, manage that daily pressure. Okay, so let's start right there. Stress. We usually hear that word and, immediately think negative, but the source makes a really interesting point. Stress is basically your body's reaction to any demand.
Hmm.
And it isn't always bad. It actually distinguishes between distress that's the harmful kind and eustress.
Eustress, yeah, the positive kind, like
Right.
this sort of stress that can actually boost performance.
Exactly. And the source suggests that just reframing a situation, thinking challenge instead of threat, well, that can change your body's response, make it helpful even.
Hmm. But what the material also really points out is how that negative kind distress just builds up from, the little thing. It's not always the huge life crises. Often it's the workload, right? Or looming deadlines, money worries.
Oh, definitely. And the digital overload, constant notifications.
Exactly. That daily grind. And the expectations, the ones we put on ourselves or that others put on us, that stuff really adds up.
Yeah, it does. And when that keeps going day after day, it starts showing up physically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes in ways we don't immediately connect to stress, like always feeling tired or getting those tension headaches,
Hmm.
or maybe trouble sleeping.
Right. Or muscle tightness, stomach issues that just seem to linger. The source lists quite a few.
And then there's the mental side to it.
Absolutely. Feeling irritable, anxious, maybe just overwhelmed a lot of the time. Poor concentration, finding your mood, swings all over the place.
Yeah.
And the material is clear. Just recognizing these signs, connecting them back. That's the first step. It gives you a starting point to actually do something.
Okay, so recognition is step one.
Yeah.
What about step two? What strategies does the research highlight that are maybe more impactful than the usual advice we hear?
Well, one that's maybe underrated for how fast it works is deep breathing. Simple, right? But the source explains it's not just take a deep breath. It's about consciously triggering your parasympathetic nervous system.
The rest and digest system.
Exactly. Techniques like the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, breathe out for 8. Doing that a few times can actually calm your whole system down pretty quickly. It's like hitting a reset button physiologically.
That's great for an immediate fix. But what about building resilience, for the long haul?
Yeah, for sustained management, the material definitely emphasizes some, well, non-negotiables. Physical activity is a big one.
Right.
Even just a brisk 20-30-minute walk daily, it helps your body process cortisol, that main stress hormone, plus endorphins.
Okay, and sleep.
Oh, crucial. Prioritizing 7-8 hours. The research shows that's when our brains do essential cleanup work, processing emotions, vital for resilience. And then there's the tough one for many of us, the digital detox.
Uh-huh. Stepping away from the screens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly being plugged in keeps our nervous system kind of on edge. So creating breaks can lower that background anxiety level quite a bit.
That digital detox. It sounds so necessary, but also hard. Does the source give any tips on how to actually do it, realistically?
It suggests starting small. Maybe no phone for the hour before bed.
Okay.
Or having phone-free zones or times in your house. It's not about total isolation, just creating pockets of quiet.
Makes sense.
And speaking of quiet, mindfulness and meditation also get a strong mention, even just a few minutes each day. It helps build self-awareness, makes you less reactive to triggers, gives you that little space between something happening and how you respond.
Right. That pause. What about connecting with others? Sometimes stress feels like something you have to battle alone.
The research really pushes against that.
Yeah.
Connecting with someone you trust, a friend, family member, even a professional, is a really important coping mechanism. Social support acts like a buffer, gives you perspective, lets you share the load.
Mm-hmm.
And one more, often overlooked but really powerful,
Yeah.
boundaries.
Learning to say no.
Exactly. Saying no when you're overloaded isn't just about time management. The source frames it as like critical self-preservation. It protects your energy, your emotional capacity.
So, wrapping this up then,
Mm.
after this deep dive, I think the core message is pretty clear. Stress happens, right? It's part of life. We can't always avoid the challenges, but the way we see them, the way we respond, that's where our power lies.
Absolutely. And that connects to this idea that if you manage stress well, if you reframe it, it doesn't have to stop you. It can actually be a catalyst for growth, for building that resilience we talked about.
Yeah. It reminds me of that line from the source. You can't always control the storm, but you can learn to stay calm in it. So maybe something for you to think about after hearing all this. What's one small strategy you might try to bring into your day? Just start with one. Until next time, try to stay calm out there.